February 28, 2024. Instructional staff, parents, and guardians are encouraged to declare their candidacy. This is a reminder of the changes to the Atlanta Virtual Academy, AVA Direct. Effective for the 2024-25 school year, the AVA K-12 Direct program will no longer be available. For students in grades K through 5, no virtual option will be available through Atlanta Public Schools. However, students will continue to have the option for virtual instruction offered by the Georgia Cyber Academy and Georgia Connections Academy. Students in grades 6 through 12 will continue to have the option of AVA Flex instruction, as well as access to the Georgia Cyber and Georgia Connection options. Get ready, get ready! APS signing day will be held on Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Congratulations! We are extremely proud of our student athletes. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my remarks.
Greetings, I am Erica Mitchell and I proudly serve you as your Atlanta Board of Education Chair representing District 5. There are several recognitions I would like to bring to your attention. This month, I will recognize Black History Month, National Career and Technical Education Month, and National School Counseling Week. Known as the father of Black history, historian and scholar Carter G. Woodson is credited with the founding of Black History Month due to his dedication to celebrate the historical contribution of Black people. February marks Black History Month. This month, we recognize African American history, achievements, and contribution and acknowledge their struggles, accomplishments, and cultural impact through various events and programs. February is also designated as Career and Technical Education Month. This month, we raise awareness of career and technical education, CTE, its impact on students and their preparation for college and career success. February 5th through the 9th, 2024 marks National School Counseling Week. This week, we recognize our school counselors' hard work, dedication, and tremendous accomplishments. This year's theme is School Counselors, Standard-Based and Student-Focused. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my February remarks.
Greetings, Atlanta Public Schools stakeholders. I am Dr. Danielle Battle, your proud interim superintendent, and I am here to share a few announcements with you. It's February already, and we are zooming through this semester. That said, the class of 2024 graduation schedule is now posted on the district website. Please see the site for more information. On February 19th, 2024, we will host the State of the District. This event will be live streamed on our APS platforms. Please tune in. Is your child approaching school age? Will they reach the age of 4 by September 1, 2024? If so, please sign up for the Pre-K Lottery. The application window opened on February 1st and will close on March 1st. Are you interested in one of our charter schools? If so, the application window is now open and will close on February 29th. Never stop learning. Individuals ages 16 and up who did not graduate from high school are invited to join the free APS Adult Education Program to earn their Georgia High School equivalency. The Adult Education Program also has opportunities to explore English as a second language and citizenship classes. Registration is open. Parents, guardians, and staff, your school Go Team needs you. The declaration period is now open through February 28, 2024. Instructional staff, parents, and guardians are encouraged to declare their candidacy. This is a reminder of the changes to the Atlanta Virtual Academy, AVA Direct. Effective for the 2024-25 school year, the AVA K-12 Direct program will no longer be available. For students in grades K through 5, no virtual option will be available through Atlanta Public Schools. However, students will continue to have the option for virtual instruction offered by the Georgia Cyber Academy and Georgia Connections Academy. Students in grades 6 through 12 will continue to have the option of AVA Flex instruction, as well as access to the Georgia Cyber and Georgia Connection options. Get ready, get ready! APS sign-in day will be held on Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Congratulations! We are extremely proud of our student athletes. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my remarks.
Greetings, I am Erica Mitchell and I proudly serve you as your Atlanta Board of Education Chair representing District 5. There are several recognitions I would like to bring to your attention. This month, I will recognize Black History Month, National Career and Technical Education Month, and National School Counseling Week. Known as the father of Black history, historian and scholar Carter G. Woodson is credited with the founding of Black History Month due to his dedication to celebrate the historical contribution of Black people. February marks Black History Month. This month, we recognize African American history, achievements, and contribution, and acknowledge their struggles, accomplishments, and cultural impact through various events and programs. February is also designated as Career and Technical Education Month. This month, we raise awareness of career and technical education, CTE, its impact on students and their preparation for college and career success. February 5th through the 9th, 2024 marks National School Counseling Week. This week, we recognize our school counselors' hard work, dedication, and tremendous accomplishments. This year's theme is School Counselors, Standard-Based and Student-Focused. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my February remarks.
Greetings, Atlanta Public Schools
Yeah, 1, 2,
stakeholders.
check.
I am
Yeah,
Dr.
1.
Danielle Battle, your proud interim superintendent, and I am here to share a few announcements with you. It's February already, and we are zooming through this semester. That said, the class of 2024 graduation schedule is now posted on the district website. Please see the site for more information. On February 19th, 2024, we will host the State of the District. This event will be live streamed on our APS platforms. Please tune in. Is your child approaching school age? Will they reach the age of 4 by September 1, 2024? If so, please sign up for the Pre-K Lottery. The application window opened on February 1st and will close on March 1st. Are you interested in one of our charter schools? If so, the application window is now open and will close on February 29th. Never stop learning. Individuals ages 16 and up who did not graduate from high school
2, 1,
are
2.
invited to
Yeah,
join the
1,
free
2.
APS Adult Education Program to earn their Georgia High School equivalency. The Adult Education Program also has opportunities to explore English as a second language and citizenship classes. Registration is open. Parents, guardians, and staff, your school Go Team needs you. The declaration period is now open through February 28th, 2024. Instructional staff, parents, and guardians are encouraged to declare their candidacy. This is a reminder of the changes to the Atlanta Virtual Academy, AVA Direct. Effective for the 2024-25 school year, the AVA K-12 Direct program will no longer be available. For students in grades K through 5, no virtual option will be available through Atlanta Public Schools. However, students will continue to have the option for virtual instruction offered by the Georgia Cyber Academy and Georgia Connections Academy. Students in grades 6 through 12 will continue to have the option of AVA Flex instruction, as well as access to the Georgia Cyber and Georgia Connection options. Get ready, get ready! APS signing day will be held on Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Congratulations, we are extremely proud of our student athletes. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my remarks.
Greetings, I am Erica Mitchell and I proudly serve you as your Atlanta Board of Education Chair representing District 5. There are several recognitions I would like to bring to your attention. This month, I will recognize Black History Month, National Career and Technical Education Month, and National School Counseling Week. Known as the father of Black history, historian and scholar Carter G. Woodson is credited with the founding of Black History Month due to his dedication to celebrate the historical contribution of Black people. February marks Black History Month. This month, we recognize African American history, achievements, and contribution, and acknowledge their struggles, accomplishments, and cultural impact through various events and programs. February is also designated as Career and Technical Education Month. This month, we raise awareness of career and technical education, CTE, its impact on students and their preparation for college and career success. February 5th through the 9th, 2024 marks National School Counseling Week. This week, we recognize our school counselors' hard work, dedication, and tremendous accomplishments. This year's theme is School Counselors, Standard-Based and Student-Focused. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my February remarks.
Greetings, Atlanta Public Schools stakeholders. I am Dr. Danielle Battle, your proud interim superintendent, and I am here to share a few announcements with you. It's February already, and we are zooming through this semester. That said, the class of 2024 graduation schedule is now posted on the district website. Please see the site for more information. On February 19th, 2024, we will host the State of the District. This event will be live streamed on our APS platforms. Please tune in. Is your child approaching school age? Will they reach the age of 4 by September 1, 2024? If so, please sign up for the pre-K lottery. The application window opened on February 1st and will close on March 1st. Are you interested in one of our charter schools? If so, the application window is now open and will close on February 29th. Never stop learning. Individuals ages 16 and up who did not graduate from high school are invited to join the free APS Adult Education Program to earn their Georgia High School equivalency. The Adult Education Program also has opportunities to explore English as a second language and citizenship classes. Registration is open. Parents, guardians, and staff, your school Go Team needs you. The declaration period is now open through February 28, 2024. Instructional staff, parents, and guardians are encouraged to declare their candidacy. This is a reminder of the changes to the Atlanta Virtual Academy, AVA Direct. Effective for the 2024-25 school year, the AVA K-12 Direct program will no longer be available. For students in grades K through 5, no virtual option will be available through Atlanta Public Schools. However, students will continue to have the option for virtual instruction offered by the Georgia Cyber Academy and Georgia Connections Academy. Students in grades 6 through 12 will continue to have the option of AVA Flex instruction, as well as access to the Georgia Cyber and Georgia Connection options. Get ready, get ready! APS signing day will be held on Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. Congratulations! We are extremely proud of our student athletes. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my remarks.
Greetings, I am Erica Mitchell and I proudly serve you as your Atlanta Board of Education Chair representing District 5. There are several recognitions I would like to bring to your attention. This month, I will recognize Black History Month, National Career and Technical Education Month, and National School Counseling Week. Known as the father of Black history, historian and scholar Carter G. Woodson is credited with the founding of Black History Month due to his dedication to celebrate the historical contribution of Black people. February marks Black History Month. This month, we recognize African American history, achievements, and contribution, and acknowledge their struggles, accomplishments, and cultural impact through various events and programs. February is also designated as Career and Technical Education Month. This month, we raise awareness of career and technical education, CTE, its impact on students, and their preparation for college and career success. February 5th through the 9th, 2024 marks National School Counseling Week. This week, we recognize our school counselors' hard work, dedication, and tremendous accomplishments. This year's theme is School Counselors, Standard-Based and Student-Focused. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my February remarks.
Greetings, Atlanta Public Schools stakeholders. I am Dr. Danielle Battle, your proud interim superintendent, and I am here to share a few announcements with you. It's February already, and we are zooming through this semester. That said, the class of 2024 graduation schedule is now posted on the district website. Please
The executive session has ended, and we will resume our regular meeting of the Atlanta Board of Education. There are no recognitions this month, but I do want to make an announcement that we are now on YouTube TV for our ongoing board meetings and committee meetings. But now I will turn it over to Dr. Battle for her recognitions.
Thank you, Board Chair Mitchell. Today, I would like to recognize our fantastic school counselors. This week is National School Counselor Week. Our school counselors are an integral part of our staff and our student success. We appreciate the hard work and dedication of each one of you put forth each day to ensure our students' overall wellness and the guidance you provide that get them to this ultimate goal, graduation day. If you're a guidance counselor in Atlanta Public Schools or anywhere, please come on up and be recognized for a photo, please.
Thank you all, and now let's proceed with our community meeting. Mr. Gaither, please read the instructions for the community meeting.
Good evening and welcome to the public comment portion of tonight's agenda. In just a few moments, the board will begin hearing from those who signed up to speak by 5:50 p.m. The board welcomes your comments, but before we get started, please take note of the following guidelines on how public comment is conducted. The board is allocated 1 hour for public comment, and each speaker will only be allowed to speak once for a total of 2 minutes. The board may elect to hear community comments in any order or sequence and is not limited by the order of the sign-up sheets. All speakers presenting highly detailed information are asked to put their comments in writing, and comment cards are available for those wishing to do so. In order to maintain meeting decorum, follow appropriate protocols, protect the confidentiality of students, and ensure impartiality, the board will not hear comments on matters involving individual students, parents, or the character professional competency, or the physical or mental health of any individual. Also, the board will not hear public comment on personnel matters that specifically include the names or titles of employees. This includes, but is not limited to, contract non-renewals, position abolishment, the hiring or firing of staff, and investigative proceedings regarding allegations of misconduct. Comments regarding personnel issues should be sent in writing to Atlanta Board of Education, 130 Trinity Avenue, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303, or via email at boardcomments@atlantapublicschools.us. Finally, in order to maintain meeting decorum and to ensure all comments can be heard by the board, applause, cheering, jeering, or speech that defames individuals or disrupts the meeting should be refrained from and may be cause for removal, adjournment of the meeting, and or suspension from attending future Atlanta Board of Education events, hearings, meetings, and other proceedings. With that being said, I would like to call our first speaker for 2 minutes. That's Reynard Burrell, followed by Tamika Rivers. If you will make your way up to the front, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm sorry, 1 second. Let's make sure your mic is on.
Good evening, Chair and members of the board. I'm Reynard Burrell, Director of Benefits, Special Programs for the Georgia Federation of Public Service Employees. On behalf of our APS membership and our president, Jennifer Sanders, I would like to greet you and thank you. First of all, let me congratulate Board Member Zeff and Board Member Brooks for their recent elections, as well as members Mitchell and McDonald in their new leadership roles. We look forward to working with you guys and all members of the board, and to serve our APS memberships and our students that we all serve. I come to you this evening to announce our enhanced home buying program for our APS members. We offer no lender fees, no application fees, no points, no origination fees, or no appraisal fees. We also offer additional $3,000 to $8,000 as well as discount rates. We also offer substantial down payments assistance, among other benefits. Several APS employees have already taken advantage of this program. We will be working with APS leadership and identifying the elementary school to roll out our Wallet-Wise financial literacy program. This is a program where we will show students how to open bank accounts as well as teaching them financial literacy. In closing, we ask the board and our community to join our APS JROTC members and instructors in remembering Sergeant William Jerome Rivers, Specialist Kennedy Saunders, and Specialist Brianna Moffitt, Army soldiers and Georgia natives that were killed overseas in defending our nation. May God bless their souls and provide their family comfort. Thank you for the opportunity to be heard.
Our next speaker for 2 minutes is Tamika Rivers, followed by DeJuan Robinson. Mr. Robinson, if you'll make your way up to the front, it'll be greatly appreciated.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Board of Education. My name is Mrs. Tamika Rivers, and I am honored to stand before you as a proud representative of the KIPP Atlanta Collegiate Sound Sorority and Purple Rain family. Today, I have this opportunity to speak with you about an amazing music program. As we continue to keep you, our partners in APS, engaged in the great work we are doing at KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. I am the proud parent of Imani Rivers, who's a senior and the captain of the Purple Rain Dance Team, which is an auxiliary of the Sound Sorority, or as we call SOR. She will be attending Duke University this fall. I am also have a son, Callie Rivers, who's an alum of the Sound Sorority, who is flourishing at Morehouse College, majoring on a full ride, I may say, who's majoring in aeronautical engineering with a minor in physics. He's continued to, thank you. I want to say Sound Sorority is a testament to what they have offered my kids and the other kids that are now in this program. SOR also have scholars have earned over $12 million in scholarship offers and approximately $7 million utilized in scholarships since their first graduating class in 2015. I think that's simply amazing, if I must say so. What sets Salem sorority apart is the commitment to bring a true family in times of need. The SRR family stands united, ensuring that no member or their family goes without support, whether it's providing rides, resources, or emotional assistance during challenging moments. SOR embodies a tight-knit community that is willing to stand in the gap for one another. Beyond our internal bonds, SOR... Thank you.
Yes, we reached the time boundary. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Dewan Robinson for 2 minutes, followed by Tashar Patel. Tashar Patel, if you make your way up to the front, be greatly appreciated.
Evening, board. Congratulations once again to Ken, Mr. Brooks, Jessica Johnson, our new chair, Dr. Battle. 2 things I wanted to speak about. I met with Mr. Glass and Mr. Gaither last year in regards to adding time to public comment or allowing people to yield time. Like this young lady here, she had something to say and she was cut off. So if I wanted to speak and I decided to give her my time, we should be allowed to. Not saying it should be 10 minutes like City Hall, but it should at least be 4 or something, because it's kind of infringing upon your First Amendment right when someone has something to say and someone willing to give them the time to say it. So I would like for us to consider putting that to a vote, because these gentlemen here gave me their opinions on it, but I just think, you know what I'm saying, it should be decided by you guys. I wasn't coming out here to say this, but Ms. Chair, when you guys said that there would be no presentation this month, jeez, Black History Month. Mr. Gaither, Mr. Glass, 2 black men that's born and raised here, Mr. Chevy Brooks. No, nothing for Black History Month? Ain't no way, Mr. Zelf, if this was going on in the Jewish community, there would be all type of stuff going on. I'm sure you know that. But for us, nothing for Black History Month? No, Mr. Brooks, look me face to face, eye to eye, my brother. Don't put your hand on your head. Let's, Black History Month. Nothing. When it's convenient, we want to say Maynard Jackson, Martin Luther King. Nothing for Black History Month. We just had a guy, went to my alma mater, Frederick Douglass from the West Side, like me, Killer Mike, that won 3 or sweep Grammy Awards. Nothing. Nothing for Black History Month. All the black contributors in Atlanta, nothing for Black History Month. No recommendations from y'all, Mr. Gaither, nothing. It's a darn shame.
Our next speaker is Mr. Patel for 2 minutes, followed by Monica Lowe for 2 minutes. Ms. Lowe, if you'll make your way up to the front, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Hi, I'm Tushar Patel. I'm from LGC Global. I'm based in Detroit, Michigan. I'm here to thank the board, the Atlanta Public Schools, and the procurement department for allowing us to participate into your custodial procurement for your custodial services. I'd like to congratulate all the winners. Though we were the loser in this particular bid, but we will continue to participate with your procurement, and I just wanted to thank everyone.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Monica Lowe for 2 minutes, followed by Waukesha Howe for 2 minutes.
Hi, my name is Monica, and I'm in 10th grade, and I attend Kip Atlanta Collegiate. Let me start by saying that I love my school, and I love to learn. I want to finish my next 4 years off of school with my Kip family. I can say that my love has turned into pity. Some days I go to school because I prepare myself for being the targeted one. For that day, from the group of scholars that will take it upon themselves to harass me whenever they feel like it. And whenever I go to school, the person that I am to tell all my troubles to, they always make it to where I'm the aggressor. There are 2 occasions that have me second guess my protection at the school. On this Friday morning, December, the scholar's friend kept harassing me as me and my friend were walking to class. When they walked away, I was telling my friend how I felt about the situation. The teacher overheard my conversation and told the administration. The counselor came and got me out of class and told me to sit with my mom until she leaves. So I'm sitting at the table with the rest of the parents that was collecting shoes for the shoe drive in the cafeteria. Out of nowhere, the scholar's brother come charging at me, yelling what he was going to do to me. I was really scared for my life at that moment. It took force of the parents to keep this 12th grader from reaching me. The administrators and the principal have yet reached out to me or my mom, and this is the third time that he has threatened me in this manner. Another incident is where a scholar told her mother that me and my friend tried to jump her at the train station one day. So the next day, the scholar assembly surrounded us after school, threatened us. They didn't stop until my father and my friend's mother pulled up. It was brought to the administrator's attention, and again, nothing was done in my eyes. All they said to me was that the girl was pranking her mom. One, I have never caught the train to school, and the reason she gave for what felt like a setup to me is not making me feel safe at all.
Very good, very good.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Waukesha Howe for 2 minutes. Ms. Howe, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can now. You have 2 minutes.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you for hosting this meeting. I want to start by saying whomever came up with this idea of going to YouTube alone, let's switch that back, or let's go back to Facebook and have YouTube, because the whole not having the comments on, that was an issue. And we got to stop trying to suppress people from speaking out and using their voice however they can. Not everybody is going to do public comment, and I understand that, but there's a lot of talks in the community. Now to this budget, I've been going to the school. I can say I'm the only one doing this, going to every school looking at these budgets. What I'm shocked about, it's not the money. I'm shocked that we have no bodies in these buildings, and it's absolutely unacceptable. We got a partnership with the city. We need to figure out what's going on and how we can keep these people in their homes. Also, when you're a board member and you're sitting up there and you doing everything but listening to the people, that's very distracting and it's unprofessional. Sheedy, welcome. You are here now. What you got to do is take that hat off and come in as a board member, because when our kids go into the building, they cannot wear their hats around the building. So I find it very inappropriate that you have your hat on sitting up as a board member, but our kids can't do that in school. So if you want to be a leader, lead by setting good example. Unblock people that you block because you're not happy with what they're saying, because the truth is what it is. And let's really focus in on these students, not all this other mess, but these students and their families, because that's what we pay our taxes for. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ebony Harris for 2 minutes. Ms. Harris, if you make your way up, we greatly appreciate it. Followed by Melissa Hughley for 2 minutes.
Hello, my name is Ebony Harris. I am the mother of Monica Lowe. And so I just want to kind of piggyback off of what she said. It's kind of hard to hear your daughter talk about how she's being bullied every day or being harassed every day. I've been to the administration numerous of times about several situations. And it seems I always get, I look into it, and that's it. I never get a response. I may email, talk verbally to them. I never get a response either way. I am on the PTO board at Kipp Collegiate, and now it seems that because my daughter has situations, it feels like once I step into the school, I get mean looks. I might get looks and no greetings, how you doing? I'm a parent. I don't work there, I don't get paid. I spend numerous of times in that school. And for them to overlook the things that my daughter goes through at that school, it shouldn't be like that. I should have them to look into why a 12th grader is always trying to attack my daughter when he shouldn't have anything to say to her at all. If I come up with ideas for the school, I feel like I get turned down or get a door closed in my face because I'm trying to advocate for my daughter. and it shouldn't be like that. I feel that once I step in that school, I should get greeted with a smile. I should always feel like if I need something, they are there to help me. I shouldn't have to go to a security guard to get what I need when I have a full staff in front of me, because I'm on the PTO, and that's how I feel.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Melissa Hughley for 2 minutes, followed by John Davis. Mr. Davis, if you make your way up to the front, be greatly appreciated. Ms. Hughley, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Good. I would like to say good evening to everyone on the board. Right now, I've been away for a while. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can everyone hear?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, basically, what I would like to speak about is the guards and guardrails that you all are working on. I read some of it in reference to your literacy, and I also read a portion. And what I'm seeing in these guardrails are not accountability for the board, and I also don't see accountability for the schools. I think that should be added into you all's plan on this, and we definitely need to put that in there. As far as the literacy piece is concerned, how often are we talking with principals to actually figure out what are the kids' Lexile scores? That is the first step to determine whether or not the kids are on grade level. And how often are we actually taking down sample writing from the kids? Because that is the next level. Reading is more than just reading a book. It also consists of writing. So how often are we doing that with principals as well as some of the coaches? And like I stated 2 years or 3 years ago, individual learning plans will help this. Constructing a plan for each student in each classroom will help teachers as well as leaders and administrators, because they'll know exactly where these kids are. So if we're going to put it on paper, we need to put it in action, and we need to put it in action immediately. So that is my concerns, and hopefully you all have a great day and a good evening, and welcome all the new board members. Good night.
Thank you. Our next speaker is John Davis for 2 minutes, followed by Shahid Abdul Aziz. If you would make your way to the front, be greatly appreciated. Mr. Davis, you have 2 minutes.
All right. Greetings. First, I want to welcome all the new board members to the board, and also welcome the new chair and the vice chair. My name is John Davis. I'm the Director of Operations for the Atlanta Thrive, and I also am an alum of Atlanta Public Schools, the Benjamin Elijah Mays High School, class of 95. So, I want to give a shout out to my school. So, I'm coming up to you just to talk a little bit about our plans for here with Atlanta Thrive, and the flow of how I see how everything should work is, as far as like our overall goal is the children. That's the goal, making sure that they receive a world-class education. But with that flow, it goes down from the elected officials, and then it flows down to the district administrators, and then it goes to the school administrators, and then the parents. And my focus is that in order to have that flow work, one of the components that's being missed is the parents. I feel like we're not doing enough to engage the parents. We are a parent-led organization, and we speak to parents. We have over 4,000 to 5,000 parents in our database. We talk to them on a daily basis. We're hitting the streets. We were a part of the Get Out the Vote campaign, and we're talking to them, and we're hearing from them. And not everything is bad. There are some good things that are going on, but there are some things that need to be addressed. And so I feel like part of that process that's being broken down is the parents. We've got to engage better with the parents, and it comes from you guys first. Maybe just taking a step from sitting down and coming out to the community and actually hearing what the parents are saying. And so my statement is that from me, you're going to be receiving an email from me to all board members. We want to thank board member Zeph. He already met with us to sit down and talk with us on how we can all engage parents better. And you're going to get this email from me. You'll see it, that you can sit down and talk with our team and our executive director, Kim Dukes, on how we can hear from the parents and hear what needs to be done in the communities to make sure that our kids are receiving a world-class education, but also an equitable one. Thanks.
Our next speaker is Shahid Abdul Aziz, followed by Nisha Dobbs. Ms. Dobbs, if you make your way up, we'd be greatly appreciated.
Good evening. I'm here today to discuss the property on 20 Warren Street. It's a vacant building, and we want to lease the building with the option of the board being able to still use the building to, as a storage facility. I have the proposal written down. I only have about, 7 copies, so I'll be glad to bring some more copies. So that's all I wanted to do. 20 Warren Street. Okay.
Thank you. And Keith for grab that. Thanks. Were you finished, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Our next speaker is Nisha Dobbs for 2 minutes, followed by Tylen Gray. Tylen, if you make your way up front, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Hello, board members. My name is Nisha Dobbs. I am the Parent Support Advisor with the Atlanta Thrive. Also a Millennium graduate of the D.M. Thurrow High School. I'm here to let you know I am the voice for the parents that I speak with on a daily basis. And these parents are very concerned about their children in Atlanta public school systems. I spoken to about 28 parents so far in the month of January. Been in close contact with these parents. Of those 28, I can say 14 of those right now I'm actively dealing with special education. It's vital. These parents are upset. The communication with the schools is terrible. Not all of them are, but majority of them are, and that's why I'm here speaking on their behalf today. Trying to get an IEP meeting is it's like pulling teeth. You think you're asking them for their mother's personal information or their financial information, but they're trying to help their child succeed in this life today that God himself needs help with, So all I ask that we communicate better with these parents, and these listening sessions, these parent cafes, engage instead of talk. Listen instead of tell them what they're gonna do. You'll be surprised how helpful that is to them. Just like these parents up here talking about bullying situations, I have about 8 of those that I'm working with. No one's solving that. Everybody's investigating. If you need help resolving issues, I'm here. Come see me. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Tylen Gray, followed by Kim Dukes. Kim Dukes, if you'll make your way up, be greatly appreciated.
Hello, my name is Tylen Gray. I am a 9th grader at KAC. I was excited to get accepted into KAC. I know regular APS high schools can be very challenging with fights and no support seeing my sister go through situations. I was glad to know that I can be in a school and I wouldn't have to worry about that. But my experience with KAC is on 10/24/23. It was time for class to change. I was walking in the hallways and a boy came and pulled my pants down in front of everyone. Instead of me fighting the boy, I went to the main office and called my mom, which she ended up coming to the school asking to speak to the principal. Once we were in the office, we explained the situation of what happened, and the principal's response is, well, you should have a belt on, and if you do know anything, you didn't have 10 days. I explained that I was very embarrassed and hurt, but I had on joggers pants, which has no belts. And a way, he made me feel like it was all my fault, and he wasn't concerned. Also, I have a teacher who has been lying to my mom and also the coaching team, blaming things on me that I have not done. My mom had a IEP meeting with the teachers and the IEP team meeting because she let them know multiple times what the teachers was doing. The teachers wasn't allowing me to get my breaks that I'm supposed to receive. That's in my IEP plan. They were making excuses for the teachers saying, let's not worry about that and let's move forward. I felt hurt and not protected again because the teachers is able to rely on me and take away the accommodations that I needed. I just want the principal and school to be more supportive, especially because I come to them instead of me just reacting on my own. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Cam Dukes, followed by Jasmine Banks. Ms. Banks, if you'll make your way up to the front, be greatly appreciated. Ms. Dukes, you have 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, Dr. Battle and board members. First, I want to thank Kenzel for taking the time out to meet with parents. Like John said, he will be emailing each of you guys, and the hope is that you will make time to sit down and talk to us about our concerns. We look forward to working with you guys on our 2024 campaign, and it's titled Building Bridges for Success, aiming to address 3 things: special education, McKinney-Vito, and culture and climate. We have 3 concerns about special education, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight, our first campaign. The first concern is APS district staff and school staff lack the will or the skill to create a proper IEP to support children with the correct resources. Concern number 2, the special education department lacks proper auditing and needs assessments, resulting in a lack of identifications of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Concern number 3, the need to address the findings from the audit and improve special education services in the school district. Our demands: the first demand is to implement a comprehensive training program for the district and the school staff on creating effective IEPs, ensuring that all children receive the support they need. The second demand: conduct thought audits in the special education department to identify areas for improvement, develop training programs for staff, parents, and students, to educate them about their rights, proper meeting processes, and the importance of relationship building, listening, and solution-oriented mindset. The third demand is to develop a comprehensive plan to address the findings and implement necessary changes to enhance the quality of the special education services. We honestly believe it's not an isolated incident. This goes on throughout our district. And I also want to say I thank you to Chelsea and Dr. Batter, because I have been working with you guys closely with my special needs child at Washington. And for us to get exactly what the kids need, we have to work together and find the space, and we're not doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jasmine Banks for 2 minutes, followed by Tiana Gray. Ms. Gray, if you'll make your way up to the front, be greatly appreciated. Ms. Banks, you have 2 minutes.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Jasmine Banks, the Surge Team Manager of Atlanta Thrive Parent Institute, a parent-led advocacy group. For the month of January, we talked to 38 parents at Slater, Fickett, and other APS community events. Out of our 38 parents, our top 3 main concerns were related to, as you heard from previous members, special education services, McKinney-Vito service, and social services, and how that process works, and school safety. And as a parent of, this is outside of Thrive, as a parent, my students, I'm trying to figure out gifted. What is the purpose? My child, or my scholar, would get high growth, high development in his math, or high growth, high achievement every year until now. And when I went to ask, it's because, or what are they doing to grow him? It's IXL, it's on the computer. And so what is the point of having something like gifted if the students are not receiving gifted services? And so I guess looking into that as well, we put a lot of attention to things of how we can grow students. When we have high achieving students, we want them to continue to grow. We got people in our country, 16-year-old teachers. So how did she become a 16-year-old teacher? She had people to be able to foster her education because they knew she was smart. And so can we continue to foster our higher learning students as well as everybody else too? And make sure it's detailed on what that looks like. Because when I asked what does gifted do, or why they don't pull out students, it was because IB. And IB schools aren't, the way that model is set up, they don't have resource style gifted classrooms. So The teacher pushes in and just teaches what the other teachers are teaching. It's not specialized to what my student may need based off of MAP scores. So just something to think about and look at. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Tiana Gray for 2 minutes, followed by Akeem Williams. Mr. Williams, if you'll make your way up, it'll be greatly appreciated. Ms. Gray, you have 2 minutes.
Hello, my name is Tiana. I have always been an honor student as well as an awesome scholar. I am a hard worker and I love to volunteer, and I definitely believe in getting an excellent education. Since I've been enrolled at KC, I have never had any disciplinary issues. I'm always at the top of my classes and make sure to maintain good grades. I have volunteered for events my school hosted, such as sock, t-shirt, and food drives. I even did walks to help stop violence. I have helped host job fairs, greet families. I set up for volleyball games and help clean up when needed. To not only get community service hours, yet to help improve my community. I have always stayed to myself at this school. I plan on becoming a defense attorney. Finishing school out at KILT with a clean record is highly important. Recently, my sister and I were jumped at school. There were multiple teachers around when this occurred. They did nothing but sit and watch the aggressors yell in my siblings and I faces. They chose not to intervene, which led me to end up getting punched in the face, and I got put in a chokehold by my principal, instead of him detaining the girl that swung first. Once I was in a chokehold, another girl came behind and punched me. Instead of the school protecting us, they gave us 10 days of suspension. This being put on my record will hinder me from getting accepted from major schools. I worked hard all my life to get up to this point, not for my future to get taken away due to something the teachers and administrators could have prevented. I feel as if the school has let me down. I feel unsafe and unprotected. When I first got to this school, I had a lot going on, which caused me not to socialize with my peers. I go to school to get my work done so I can graduate. For a student to be coming at me aggressively with the intentions to fight, and for me to be the one that gets grabbed by the neck by my principal and hit from behind is highly upsetting. I'm also upset with the fact that the administrators watched me telling the girls I didn't want to fight and that it wasn't that serious. Yet I was.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Akeem Williams for 2 minutes, followed by Taylon Gray. Then
How y'all doing? Okay, I'm ready. So, greetings, elected board officials and returning, and Dr. Battle, how you doing? So I just have a few points of concerns. My first is, upon reading on the World Wide Web, there's this thing that came across as a non-school employment that, as it pertains to certain people on the board, having outside employment. It says Clayton County Public Schools employees are reminded that their job assignments within the school systems are their first obligations, and if outside employment negatively affects their performance, the employee may be required to choose between the employment opportunities. So my question is APS your second option, Mr. Brooks? We got that down to business. I want to ask also, as Dr. Battle said earlier, it is now time to put the money where your mouth is. This literacy policy that we've been talking about and coming to grips about, it's time to move it along. It's time for you all as a board to work together and not have this rumble rough. As many of you all know, I like to reach out to you all. As far as the new board members who've come onto the board, it's been hard to call you and schedule a meeting with you. I am going to email you, but we would like to have your phone numbers. On some of your websites, the phone numbers either don't work, or I leave a voicemail, or the voicemails are full. Also, I would like to talk about the sports, the athletics department. We're going to build bleachers throughout the system. However, is that really going to be the most cost-effective things when we have new things going on like esports and it not being implemented across the whole district? What about the revenue that we're already receiving from the games, and how is that going back towards athletics? The athletics fees are too high, and in return is causing less students to be a part of these sports teams.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Taylon Gray for 2 minutes, followed by Tanaya Gray.
Good afternoon. My name is Taylon Gray, and I go to KAC, and I'm a freshman. And my school year so far has been poor. I say this because none of the teachers nor staff have our safety in mind. I have experienced my phone being took by a scholar. The scholar ran out the classroom, and I tried to chase him to get my belongings.
Can you hold for a second? Can we have some attention? Will you stop the time? Yeah, a young man is up here talking, and would you please pay attention? We'll wait for you to have a seat.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
you're
pause
interrupting
the
this time. No, you can't control the time. He was
Okay,
talking.
Can you restart it?
He can keep talking.
Okay, well, let him finish.
Yeah.
There was another scholar blocking me. I tried moving him out the way, make my way outside to find him, which I couldn't. I continue looking and then went in the bathroom where the scholar was, and he returned my phone. Later that day, I checked my Cash App, and $267 was taken. I went to the principal, the police officer as well, the disciplinary team. The boy who actually took my money didn't get any consequences, only the boy who took the phone. I feel as if they all should have got suspended. I had to spend my next day in class with the boy who stole from me, feeling unsafe because they are all in a gang. I thought being in KAC wouldn't have to deal with gangs or bullying. Just last week, the same boy stole my computer. I told my teacher, and they didn't even check the boy's book bag. They just let him go. After 4 days, I finally received a loaner computer, but missed a lot of work. It's hurtful feelings to do this right thing by telling, but nothing happens.
Very good, very good. Hold on. Who's next?
Thank you. Our next speaker is Tanaya Gray for 2 minutes, followed by Tiffany Evans for 2 minutes. Ms. Gray, you have to.
Hello, my name is Tanaya Gray, and I am a scholar at Kippelana Collegiate. I am a junior, and I strive to do my best at KAC. I have been to another school before KIPP called Benjamin E. Mays, and they have failed to provide success. I expected change and difference at KIPP and thought KIPP would be different for me due to it being a charter school and it being a new start for me. But yet they have failed me. Every time I try to find help, I'm always let down. They even cause me to miss work and deal with a lot of problems. They do not make me feel welcome. I have realized that bullying happens more at KIPP than Mays, and even though it is reported, nothing changes. I have witnessed bullying of a student in the beginning of the school year. My mom asks for help with clothing every morning. When I come in, I don't have KC clothing, and the administrators at the door will yell at me or pull me out the line and tell me that I need to call my mom and get the right clothing. I tried to explain my mom lost her job and that she cannot afford the shirts, but they don't take it seriously, and they didn't even try to provide a shirt.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Tiffany Evans for 2 minutes, followed by Roanne Sullivan for 2 minutes. Ms. Evans?
Hi, I'm Tiffany Evans. I'm a parent of my 4 students at KAC. Also, I'm on the PTO board. I volunteer with the band. I volunteer at the food pantry, shoe drive, sock drive. I also was a canvasser for Mr. Brooks to try to get him on this pulpit right here. It's very hurting for my students to be up here, and it feels like you're not even, just what I just feel, paying attention. I went out in the rain, passing out literature just to make sure that you are up here, because we believe in you. Also, I had my children, they were at Benjamin E. Mays first. There was a lot going on, a lot of violence with the teachers, being disrespectful with the children, guns. I was so proud that when I put in my application for KAC for my children, they were accepted. But the experience that we've been receiving at KAC has been very hurting. With my sons speaking about, the first thing I do is make sure, go tell your teacher. They've got robbed, they've been jumped on, they've also, like he experienced his pants being pulled down, and there's nothing that's happening. Even watching the video of my daughter being put in a chokehold by the principal, when she wasn't even the aggressor, it was very, very hurtful. Like they stated, I do go and I be transparent. Hey, I'm a mom, I lost my job. I don't have the $20 for each shirt for scholars. No one, asked, hey, well, do you need help or anything? They just, as soon as my kids get at the door, pull them out the line, start being loud and disrespectful even to me. I just would like for you guys to please at least hear what we're saying and please help us. Just for the kids to be successful.
Thank you. Rowan Sullivan, I'm sorry. Followed by Rhonda Sullivan.
Good evening. My name is Rowan Sullivan. I am 40 years old. I am in the 9th grade at Booker T. Washington High School, where I participate in the band practice and band camp at Kipling Collegiate. I started attending practice last year in April. When I was in the 8th grade, I would get to the school and walk in on the principal cursing at the band members about an incident that happened the day before. I would get to the school, and my brother and I would do our homework together in the band room. Some of the band members would curse and take his computer away from him so he cannot do his homework. I would go get his computer back for him and finish so we could finish our homework in the gym. I was new to band, so I was considered a crowd, which meant I had to be volunteered to do things that the older band members did not want to do. They were outside with my brother one day when I was there and made me put his book back outside the band room. I did not want to do it, but they told me I had to do it because I was a crowd. They had some alumni helping with band camp, and one of them threw a tennis ball at me and hit me in the head. Then later threw a basketball at me and hit me in the head. I was made to do push-ups on hard concrete, and my hands were hurt for 2 days. That day was 90 degrees, and the heat advisory had been issued. But the principal disregarded the advisory and had us outside anyway. Another day, when we had been outside for too long, I started to faint and had to be rushed to the hospital by an ambulance. This is how I'm going to be treated. I did not want to attend this high school. The people in leadership should not leading because they are setting a bad example. I would like for some kind of action to be taken against the principal and his assistant for allowing this type of treatment, which can be considered as hazing. I now attend Booker T. Washington High School, where they say this is a place for no hate, but I experience it every day. But I just want to learn and be a successful human being. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Hold on a second.
Thank you. We have Ms. Rhonda Sullivan for 2 minutes, followed by Justice Amon.
Can I ask him who go first?
Say what? Who's first? Who?
We have Ms. Rhonda Sullivan for 2 minutes, followed by Justice Amon.
Okay, wait. You think that's the order. So she's got some.
Are you Ms. Sullivan? All right, yes, you have 2 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Rhonda Sullivan. I'm an actively involved parent in my children's lives, a member of the PTO, and a band mom of 2 boys. We all want our children to be advocates for themselves as they get older, but today I'm here to be an advocate for them in this corrupt school system. Dr. Battle, on December the 18th, 2023, I emailed you but got no response. Again on July 14th, 2024, as an update but still received no response about an incident that happened at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. Bullying has to stop. Every year since my son has attended KAC, he has been bullied. A recording incident, which you'll talk about later, that happened, and the children involved are still at the school. Another form of bullying. This is a criminal act, invasion of privacy. My child's a minor, and this is child pornography as far as this video. No police was called. My son was pulled in the office about the video and asked about sexual acts without my consent, a parent being present. I asked to see the video, and the video is on an employee's school phone. And you cannot tell me that this employee leaves this phone at school every day and not take it home. The principal has not called me at all to check on my child to see how he is doing. Children are taking their lives over situations and things like this. There's a band group chat with no supervision they talk about kids and use foul language. The employees at the school have been seen outside smoking marijuana on the school grounds. My son says the bullying in this video hasn't bothered him, but I have found 2 text messages, which one was from to his brother about taking his life. What is the protocol in a situation like this, and who should be held responsible? I'm asking for both children involved to be distributing of this video be expelled. I need him now to use the staff and adult restroom. My child has been traumatized and needs some kind of counseling. I need for the school to pay for it. I love my boys and entrust them Monday through Friday to the school system. I need for them to feel safe at school. You are now introducing the SINGEX crisis alert system. How about we stop relying on machines to protect our children and start back using human beings? You say APS is committed to safety and security of our staff and students. I think that safety part only applies to the staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Justice Amon.
Good evening. My name is Justice Sullivan. I am 17 years old, and I am in 12th grade at Kip Atlanta Collegiate, where I participate in the SOR band. I am a smart, intelligent, loving, and respectable young man. Used to being bullied at Kip Atlanta Collegiate. The principal is over the band. He also has 4 children that are in the band. He curses at us. He gets mad and tells us that there will not be any more band, so don't come to practice. He has gotten mad at his son and pulled him by his braids. He has taken his son's shades and broken them in half. He horseplays with the kids and has punched a girl in the chest. We are in the band room for an hour each day after school with no supervision while we are waiting for band practice to start. I have been blocked off of the band group chat several times when they have become mad at me, and I was not prepared to perform the following day because I didn't get the memo because it was posted on the band group chat that I was blocked off of. I fell asleep on the bus recently one night coming home from a football game, and when I woke up, my glasses were gone. No one seemed to know what happened to them. My mom had to pay out of pocket to purchase me new glasses. My drum mallets are taken from me on a regular basis and given to other band members to use. This past Thursday, a band member snatched one of my mallets out of my hand and threw it into the woods, and now I only have one mallet. The latest bullying that has happened to me was on December 5th, 2023, when I was in the stall using the restroom and a student stood over the stall and recorded me. That student airdropped the video to multiple students, and my private area was exposed. There has been nothing done yet about this incident of my privacy being invaded. The principal does not have our safety in mind, and I do not feel safe or protected at this school. He is not projecting anything positive on the students he is responsible for on a daily basis. He does not need to be in the role of a principal at any school. I'm a senior now, and he makes me feel that if this is what adulthood is all about, then I do not want to grow up. I'm asking that the principal be removed accountability for me being recorded and for someone to be held accountable for purchasing me another set of tenor drum mallets. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Nathaniel Dyer for 2 minutes.
I hear that you all are dealing with a decision about $29 million to charter schools and partner schools. Well, that's going to go to lawsuits because that's the lack of accountability that you all have performed on these charters and partner schools. Havoc is what they're running on these young people. They are bold enough to come here and ask for assistance. But you know what they're going to need? They're going to need protection when they go back to that school because that person is out of line. He's dangerous. And you see, that school has collegiate in its name. But you know that's happening all across the district? You know, young lady mentioned Mays. Violence is prevalent. You know, you all have this initiative about reading, but you see, the teachers don't get through any of their lesson plans because of the disruptions. None. So they sell the children out to the parents. They're always the problems. But you see, when you get spineless leadership in here, especially on the principal level, and then I say a lot of these area superintendents as well, this is the result. You're always going to struggle with academics. You know, here you have distribution of porn. I attended a tribunal, and this guy was so biased. His name is Mr. Pugh, and there were a couple of other people. Pugh, Cornell, and Horn need to be dismissed. And I tell you another thing. The principal violated her 14th Amendment rights. He did not have a hearing at the school and went straight to the tribunal. So the child was suspended without a due process. Another thing, let's see. She's a senior. No priors. Now she's got something on her record. That needs to be removed. The solution is this. Let's make this school a beacon of what can be done with board support. It's chaos. It's gutter. Work now or face the consequences later. $29 million that you're probably going to vote in favor of it is going to go to lawsuits. Thank you.
I do want to remind the public that if you have additional comments, you can please share that using our Let's Talk platform, and we'll make sure that that gets to all of our board members. With that being said, Madam Chair, this concludes public comment.
Thank you, community members, for taking the time to speak with us this evening. We always appreciate your feedback and engagement with us. This month, in my pre-recording remarks, I remind everyone that during the month of February, we will recognize Black History Month, National Career and Technical Education Month, and National Counseling Week, National School Counseling Week. But I would also like to add National Girls Women in Sports Day on February 7, 2024. It is the 38th annual celebration of Title IX and advocating for more girls and women to participate in sports. Let us provide support for each of these important recognitions during this month. Student outcome focused governance is a framework designed to drive the board's ability to function most effectively to deliver our own collective promise to students' outcomes. This is a process of calibration and recalibration that allows us to align and realign our governing behaviors with those most effective in creating the content for improving student outcomes. As we resume this process, which began in 2019, we need to complete a self-evaluation to establish a new baseline and to establish a work plan. Board members are asked to individually complete a self-evaluation form and respond to a few questions about our individual priorities for this work. The deadline to complete and return this form and responses to the board coach from the Council of Great City Schools is Friday, February 9th at 3 p.m. She will synthesize our collective response and use that information to prepare a work plan, which we will vote on at our meeting later this month. Board members are asked to not discuss their individual results with each other. Pierre Gaither will send you an email tonight with the link to the evaluation, instructions, and questions to be considered. Now, go ahead.
On February 15, our board will host our committee meetings with our newly reorganized committees. All appointments were made during our January 8 meeting. The Budget Commission will meet at 12:15 p.m. That is chaired by Katie Howard. She's joined by board members Aretta Baldwin and Jessica Johnson on that committee. And the Policy Review Committee will convene at 4 p.m. The Policy Committee is chaired by Isha Collins, and she is joined on that committee by board members Cynthia Briscoe Brown and Alfred Shivy Brooks. Both meetings will be held here in the auditorium and will be live streamed on our YouTube platform. We will do some reporting out from conferences. Board members, do you have any conferences to report out?
I have one.
Oh, go ahead.
I had the opportunity to attend the National School Board Association's Advocacy Institute in Washington, D.C. It was 2 days for me. That was unpacked with a lot of learning, best practices. I had the opportunity to sit into Dr. Burke's presentation, who led the literacy work in Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, and several other sessions as well. So it was great time, well spent for 2 days, 48 hours.
Great, thank you. That concludes remarks. Dr. Battle, we are ready for your updates.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair.
I want to provide a brief recap of our work session reports from earlier today. We heard 3 presentations. Our first presentation, we heard a presentation by our athletic department. During this presentation, our Director of Athletics shared the department's focus as we move through 2024 and beyond. Our second presentation was our monthly financial update, which provided an update on district finances, requested budget adjustments, and provided an update on the FY 2025 budget process. This was presented by our Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Bracken. For our third and final presentation, we focused on the Interim Guardrail 4.1. Interim Guardrail 4.1 helped us to monitor Guardrail 4, Innovation and Accountability. Interim Guardrail 4.1 allows us to monitor the percentage of schools needing Tier 2 or Tier 3 support within the district's continuous improvement model. In summary, Interim Guardrail 4.1 states is currently exceeding target. The number of Tier 2 and Tier 3 schools, including the baseline list for 2022-23, decreased by 4 schools or 8.3% points in 2023-24 school year. The percentage points difference between 2023-24 target and the actual value was 3.3 percentage points, which indicates that we are exceeding this target and headed in the right direction for meeting our 2024-25 goal of 27.5%. I'd like to offer our sincere appreciations for Soul for Souls for a generous donation of shoes to all of our students at Hope Hill Elementary School. Thank you for your kindness and thinking of our students. In my pre-recorded remarks, I wanted to remind everyone of school choice, pre-K, and adult education application window. The state of the district will be February 19th, 2024. I encourage parents and guardians and staff to declare their candidacy for our local Go teams. I also shared a reminder of our upcoming changes to AVA Direct Instruction and reminded everyone of the upcoming APS signing day. Please allow me to remind everyone of our anonymous Say Something anonymous reporting tips, which allows anyone to submit secure and anonymous tips regardless of safety concerns. I also shared that we now use our Say Something platform to report bullying. Anyone can submit an anonymous tip to the Say Something app available through Google Play or Apple Store or by calling our hotline at 844-5-SAY-SOMETHING. Remember, if you see something, say something, including bullying. Please remember to visit our APS TV YouTube. If you're viewing tonight, you're viewing on our YouTube channel, and also to hear our monthly community updates. This concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Battle. Would you please present the consent agenda?
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the board. I'm pleased to submit consent agenda items numbers 5.1A through 5.3H. Board members, I would like to call your attention to the following items. I want to bring the board and the public's attention to our consent finance items, many of which are involved in contracts for goods and services. Consistent with board policy DJEA, Atlanta Public Schools is committed to inclusive practices in contracting and removing barriers to participation of minorities and women-owned businesses. I want to sincerely encourage all of our vendors to closely monitor opportunities to do business with APS and to compete for these opportunities. I want to also ensure the board and the public that my administration is continuously looking for ways to remove barriers such as outreach to minorities and women-owned businesses, clear communication with potential vendors, and reviewing how we structure our solicitation so that small businesses are more able to have the capacity to meet specifications. With these items, please pay attention to consent item 5.3E. This item pertains to nutrition. As we move forward with returning nutrition in-house, it is important to make sure we are properly prepared to executing safely.
Thank you, Dr. Battle. Is there a motion to approve consent agenda items 5.1A through 5.3H?
So moved.
Moved by Board Member Briscoe Brown. Is there a second? Second by Board Member Collins. All in favor say aye.
Logged in.
I was about to do a voice vote. And now we will discuss, now we will have discussion and action. The following items will be discussed. Number one, monthly budget adjustment. Dr. Battle, would you like to provide any comments about the monthly budget adjustment?
Thank you, Board Chair Mitchell. We appreciate the hard work put forth by Dr. Bracken and her team to ensure we are fiscally sound and responsible in our efforts to provide the necessary resources to move our students forward and to remain competitive in this fierce education job market. This month, budget adjustments addresses a federal grant for Title IVB 21st Century at Barack and Michelle Obama Academy, an increase of expenditures for our charter and partner schools retention stipend, an increase in expenditure for charter and partner schools allotment adjustment, and an increase for our expenditures for the literacy initiative. Dr. Bracken, please come up and provide additional details.
Good afternoon. Oh. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yes, so I'll provide some additional details about two of the budget adjustments, particularly the charter budget adjustment. So each year we recalculate the charter and partner budgets following the October FTE count. Similarly to the process that we undertake for our traditional schools during the leveling process. As a part of the standard contractual mid-year recalculation, there is a need to adjust the budgeted amount for charter and partner schools for FY24 by a total of $27.4 million. This increase is due to several factors: an increase in local revenue from the initial charter and partner school projections used in the district-wide budget planning process, an increase in the QBE funding for charter schools driven largely by the higher T&E, but the primary driver for this increase is an increase in the proportionate share of the charter and partner school enrollment relative to the district's enrollment. And as a factor in the funding calculations, this means that instead of about 23% of the local share revenue, they will go to a 26% local share revenue, as they are serving about 26% of our total FTE. The second adjustment that I'm going to call attention to is the budget adjustment for the literacy initiative, which will support the creation of 1.0 literacy specialists per associate superintendent, so 5 additional literacy specialists, plus 1.0 lead literacy specialists for the district. The funding for these positions will be prorated for the remainder of this fiscal year, so we are only asking for the budget adjustment for the current year for the prorated remaining months of the fiscal year. And also certain school-based materials and supplies, primarily for professional development for teachers, will be purchased within this fiscal year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bracken. I will now open the floor for discussions on this item. Okay, we'll move right along then. Well, is there a motion to approve this item? So moved.
Second.
Moved by Board Member Johnson and second by Board Member Baldwin. I'll do a verbal yes.
Agenda item 7.1 is a board resolution supporting National School Counseling Week, and it is my honor to read this resolution. Whereas school counselors play a crucial role in igniting the flames of inspiration, guidance, and support for students in their academic and personal journeys, and whereas the dedication and passion of school counselors contribute significantly to the success and well-being of all students, creating an environment conducive to learning and personal growth, and whereas the theme for this year's School Counseling Week, Fired Up About School Counselors, embodies the enthusiasm and commitment of those professionals to make a positive impact on the lives of students, and whereas school counselors go above and beyond to foster a sense of belonging, empower students to overcome challenges, and help them envision and blaze trails to pursue their dreams for college and career, and whereas recognizing and celebrating the outstanding contributions of school counselors is essential in acknowledging their tireless efforts in shaping the future of the scholars of Atlanta Public Schools. And therefore, now be it resolved on this 5th day of February 2024 that we as members of the Atlanta Board of Education do hereby recognize February 5 through 9, 2024 as National School Counseling Week.
Thank you, Vice Chair McDonald. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Everybody.
Nine move and nine approve.
Okay. Moved by Board Member Zell, seconded by Board Member Collins.
We'll vote yes as many times as we need to for the school counselors.
Did you capture all the votes?
Take two. I just was doing round two. I did it. It's on there. Voted twice.
Thank you. Legal, then we at the legal part. Madam General Counsel, is there a need for the board to report out from executive session?
Yes, Madam Chair, the board needs to take action on 4 items.
First, I request a motion that the Atlanta Board of Education accept the hearing officer's findings of fact and recommendations dated January 15th, 2024, and terminate the employment of Ricardo Rucker.
Is there a motion to terminate the, whatever, I don't have it right here, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. If
So
you just want
moved.
to say, like, do I have such a motion?
Okay. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by, thank you, moved by Board Member Biscoe Brown, seconded by Board Member Collins.
And the vote's already open.
Jumping on the info.
And
I voted.
Ken.
Oh, Ken. I was like, Jan, Ken.
Waiting on you. Waiting on you.
So, verbal, just do it for that. I think it's acting up tonight.
Vote is closed. Motion passed.
Next, I request a motion that the Atlanta Board of Education uphold the hearing officer's findings of fact and recommendations in Student Appeal 2024-01.
Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Board Member Baldwin, second by Board Member Briscoe Brown.
Vote closed.
Next, I request a motion that the Atlanta Board of Education uphold the hearing officer's findings of fact and recommendations in Student Appeal 2024-02.
Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Board Member Briscoe Brown. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member McDonald.
I need to abstain from this vote.
Oh, yes, thank you. Board Member Jessica Johnson will need to abstain from the vote.
The last one, I request a motion that the Atlanta Board of Education modify the hearing officer's findings of fact and recommendations as discussed in executive session in Student Appeal 2024-03.
Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Board Member Baldwin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Johnson.
The board travel report is a monthly report that details district-funded travel for members of the board and the board office, including the total year-to-date spending. The detailed financial report is a monthly report of the revenue and expenditure budget, actual collections, spending to date, remaining balance, and percent remaining for the current fiscal year, including a comparison to the previous fiscal year for all funds. The special revenue report is a monthly report of all budget adjustments that have occurred in the previous month for all funds except the general fund and consolidated general fund, which are less than $1 million. This is in alignment with the board policy DC, which states special revenue fund or grant budget adjustments up to $1 million may be made without board approval and shall be reported at the following board meeting for informational purposes. The quarterly student activities report reports all month-to-date and year-to-date revenue collections and spending for the school-based activity funds for all schools. The monthly construction status report on active construction projects that are primarily funded by the voter-approved Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, SPLOST. The enrollment and school facility utilization report for 23-24 school year. This annual report, prepared by the Planning Department within the Operations Division, is provided as an informational report for the February board meeting. The report outlines an annual review of enrollment projections and utilization for each school in the district using key criteria. 1, enrollment projections for the next 5 school years via historic enrollment trends and live birth statistics. 2, capacities for each school using planning class size and number of core classrooms. And 3, utilization at each school, projected enrollment divided by capacity. Based on the projected utilization in the next 5 years, schools are grouped into categories. For example, schools projected to exceed 100% utilization. This report sets the stage for any community engagement that may take place in February, March, or April of each year regarding any actions to address overcapacity schools. Each of these reports can be found under the Information tab in Simply.
Thank you, Board Member McDonald. And now we'd like to motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Board Member McDonald and second by Board Member Baldwin. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.